welcome to Antique Sprinklers. This is the Man Do I Need a Haircut edition. And tonight I'm going to be talking about a very nerdy acquisition I made maybe 3 years ago that finally kind of paid off, and I'm going to use it in a video here. And the reason I've gotten the opportunity to use it in a video is because of some new old stock that came from my friends at Evergreen Sprinkler Supply. You've all seen me talk about them quite a bit by now. And the thing that they found in their warehouse was very unexpected. This is a Turfco 3/4 inch brass impact rotor. It's full circle. Turfco was a company in Seattle, Washington. As near as I can tell, they were in business from 1959 about until right around 1973 or 1974. And you know, early on I learned about Turfco because Western Brass private labeled some sprinklers for them, and so I'd see these impacts and I'd see the Turfco logo on them, and I did a little bit of research back then, but this is all I ever got, was some of these different sizes of those very obviously Western Brass impacts. This one's a beauty. It's got everything you can put on a half circle sprinkler. It's adjustable, part circle. It has a baffle, it has a diffuser, it has an anti-backsplash tube. It's just beautiful, this thing. Oh, and it has the locking collars as well. It almost makes me think that maybe Western Brass sold this to Caltrans or something in order to meet their spec. In fact, it does say California DOT on it. So this is a history-rich, feature-rich sprinkler. But that was the kind of head that I was finding from them, these above ground impacts. And sure enough, after finding a couple of these and familiarizing myself with the company a little bit, a salesman's kit came available, and I was amazed when I saw it. And so look at this beautiful thing. It looks like a big suitcase, and on the right hand side up there you see the electromechanical controller, and it even has a transformer. You can turn this thing in, you can plug it in and make it run to show somebody how it works. Having recently decided not to set my house on fire, I have not plugged it in to see if it still works. But I can imagine, you know, a sales guy coming along, and you know, he set up this appointment with the Joneses after work. It's, you know, 1964, and you know, he's coming in to show them all the space age advantages and how it's true that an electronic device can automatically water their lawn. And you know, he's just hoping to make a sale, and they got this on their Formica kitchen table laid out, and with a gigantic ashtray, and they're probably smoking unfiltered Pall Malls or something while they go over the finer points of automatic irrigation. And so that's kind of how I see it in my head anyway, somebody lugging this thing around from house to house. And there's some other interesting stuff in here. There's actually a design, and I've gone out of frame here, but there's a design that somebody did, a decent sized system for a house, and it lists all the sprinklers and the nozzle size that they should have. They were going to use a bubbler or two as well. And I don't know if you can tell, it's got the Turfco logo on it. And then there's these estimate sheets. And this guy, I don't know what happened. He's got a full book here that hasn't been touched. The sheet on top has a job name on it. It's Don Tyson, and that's all that's on it. I guess it didn't really pan out as an appointment. And then there's just a lot of promotional material in here as well. You know, there's still a perfectly good Turfco authorized dealer sticker that's never had the backing off of it. That's pretty slick. And this really nifty folder, and another really nifty, see if I can get those in frame, nifty folders. And then just lots and lots of brochures. You know, I want to know more, postage return cards. Some of these are pretty cool. Let's go fishing. And so the idea is you're going to go fishing instead of watering the lawn, because Turfco is watering the lawn. Why not, right? And they also have a product brochure here showing all the automatic control system variations that you can get. And I don't know, but Turfco controllers look a little like Moody controllers to me. I don't know what Skinner was using at the time, but the sprinkler I'm going to show you inside this Turfco head looks like something that maybe Skinner would have made. I really doubt, given the size of Turfco, that they were making their own stuff. I've only found them to have ever done business in Idaho, Montana, Washington, Oregon, the north central area of California. That's really about it. They were very much a regional company as far as I can tell. Oh gosh, there's still some other cool stuff. I have like 500 of these Turfco matchbooks. And then they included, and this had to be like the multimedia portion of the presentation, where the guy either lugs along his own slide projector or has the couple that he's trying to sell a sprinkler system to bring theirs out and plug it in. And I'll see if I can scan these or something. But they're pictures of an installation, and this one is, you know, a couple of guys staking out where sprinklers and pipes should go. This is a guy doing a design. Their color, you know, so it really would have wowed them back in the day. And here's somebody with like a Turfco sign in their front yard because they're going to install a system there. And yeah, these folks look very mid-century modern, if you will. So really an interesting salesman case. The sprinklers that they call for on the plan, here's an example. There's another one that I got when I visited the good folks at Evergreen Sprinkler Supply out there in Boise, Idaho. And they ran ads all the time in newspapers in the very late 50s through the 1960s, a little bit into the 70s. And you know, it was seldom that you would see it be an irrigation company selling Turfco sprinkler systems. It was usually either a plumber. In Boise, it was Idaho Fence, big fence company there, was also going to install your irrigation system for you. There were some lumber yards I saw that sold their equipment, and their advertising was very much of the time. You can see some of it on the screen where it's just sort of that design aesthetic of the 1960s coming through there. And so I've always had a soft spot for Turfco. When the Turfco 707 came available from my folks out there in Idaho, I could not resist getting it. The sprinkler runs great. It has a tiny, tiny nozzle in it. It's got a 1/8 nozzle. You'll see when it's operating, it doesn't put out a ton of water, but it runs incredibly well. The impact in it itself is kind of interesting. The spring and the fulcrum pin are not directly under the center of the lid. They're offset. And the lever, as a result, has an interesting bend to it that you can see. And so I hope that when you watch it, you'll see that it's something somewhat unique in terms of an impact rotor, a little different than what you normally are used to. And it, like I said, it runs great. This thing's never been in the ground. It's never been installed. I'm going to say it has every chance of being 60 years old, you know, and just a beautiful, beautiful sprinkler. And then, of course, you know, I got this, you know, I can't resist these old gravity retract spray heads. And I got this one and a brother to it, a full circle, or rather a part circle. This is a full circle. And I'll be wasting your time with a Spray Head Monday about those two guys at some point in the future. But anyway, I'm glad I was able to finally get my Turfco salesman kit out of the basement and show it to you guys. If things go bad at work, maybe I'll plug that clock in and see if it works, and then start selling these systems to the neighbors or something. And that's about the extent of what I have to say about Turfco. You know, they made a variety of sprinklers, those above ground impacts. They made even bigger ones that were meant for ag. And then obviously their primary emphasis was, you know, selling these, you know, home irrigation kits that either somebody would install themselves or the dealer would connect them with an installer. So a little bit of history of basically the Pacific Northwest for the most part, on into Idaho and as far south as, say, Fresno, California, and a very particular period in time during the 1960s is what we can narrow this company's timeline down to. So that's it for me. I'm going to get out of the way and just show you the sprinkler running now. Thanks for watching.